I extend best wishes to all the participants. And remember the theme, building bonds through sport. Whatever the outcome of these games, your involvement would have helped to make these games a success. We need, as a people, to commit ourselves to ensure that we have these games on a more regular basis. Let's go back to having the games on an annual basis. Let's commit ourselves not to having any pause, at least not for 5 years.
Everyone here in Guyana, we're looking forward to these games. Everyone. It has been a difficult period for the entire world. And we have come very clearly to become very firm in our belief, having gone through the worst pandemic in the last 100 years, very firm in our belief in humanity and brotherhood and relationships and the meaning of relationships. And that when these games were started many, many decades ago in the 60s, it was meant really as a platform for our athletes, but also, as Steve said, an opportunity to build stronger relations with our neighbors, our brothers and sisters on the coast of South America, many of whom we share many distinct features and common history.
It is important that we understand that in order to build more camaraderie, better friendship with each country, that we have this element of sport, which is extremely important. And I will say this, the magnitude of the 2022 Inter-Guiana Games is a microcosm of where we're going with sport in Guyana. My minister would say we're thinking big picture. We now have the largest amount of athletes here ever. We now have the largest amount of disciplines. And this is not where we will stop, because of the fact that we've already started talking about bringing more sport disciplines into the Inter-Guiana Games. Guyana has 12 core sports, and we only have 8 being represented in Inter-Guiana Games. So hopefully, when we sit and start discussing about the next Inter-Guiana Games, we will be able to bring much more sport and disciplines into this.
I am reminded, ladies and gentlemen, that we are launching these Inter-Guiana Games even as the 2022 FIFA Football World Cup event is unfolding in Qatar. The coincidence between the two events calls to mind the role that sport plays not just in building nations, but in building relations among nations. What one might call the relaunch of these Inter-Guiana Games can begin today to strengthen ties between and among the Guyanas. Much is changing for our Guyana, changing for the better, that is. That process of change must include the building capacity in sport. This sentiment is strongly being advanced by our Honorable Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport, Mr. Charles Ramsden Jr. These games, therefore, must serve as a stepping stone towards the accomplishment of that mission.